Hey guys, it's Shuck44 doing a commentary on something that's pretty old. I mean, I know you guys are gonna say, "Oh, Shuck, this video's so old. It was uploaded in 2007. Why are you commentating on it now?" Well, because I don't really think people really commentate on this guy very much. I'm bored and I want to make a simple video, and this guy has some pretty has a big majority of fans on his channel. So I want to point out, like, why I don't like this guy's review style and rant style and everything does, like how he kind of sucks. Also, I've just realized how much of a fanboy this guy is. I mean, he is a total old school Rareware fanboy who has so many videos where he's just totally bashing Rare down into a pit because he hates their new games. This is basically the first video where he did a rant about Rareware, or now they're called Rare, whatever. We'll just say Rareware because that's what people are familiar with. And the thing is, it's not really a rant, it's more of a dub over an E3 conference thing. No, okay, wasn't the conference. Interview with Rareware. He dubbed over it to make them sound like crap, like they're total jerks, and they just don't care about anybody. So let's get this commentary underway, shall we?
So, you rejected your fans, eh? You don't really give a shit, and you fucking don't care about them anymore.
Okay, you don't know that. Okay, Rareware didn't say, "Oh, we don't care about the fans anymore. Oh, you guys suck. Let's make all these crappy games." They didn't. They didn't say that. For all you know, maybe they just felt like doing something different. There could be a lot of reasons why their games aren't very good nowadays as they were before, and why they're not making hardcore games anymore, and they're making all these weirdo, stupid games. What I'm trying to say here is, you shouldn't bash them so much. I mean, it's a company that's just trying to get along, and from what I can tell, I think it's Microsoft's fault. Microsoft's probably controlling them, telling them, "Oh no, you shouldn't do it that way," or "You shouldn't make that game. You should do this game," or "You should make that game that way." That's probably why the games suck nowadays. That's just pretty much the only explanation I can really think of as to why their games suck nowadays. I seriously doubt that Rareware is like, "All the fans are stupid. We'll just make stupid games."
Do you? Why? Why don't you like your fans? Why? Is it because, well, yeah, it's true, really. We've actually abandoned them because, we're making shit fucking games every fucking day. We may be the pinata, grabbed by ghoulies, all the fucking shit. Do you think we give a shit about the fans? No, of course we don't.
I wonder if you've actually played all those games. I've watched your videos from your past, and you reviewed Grabbed by the Ghoulies, and from what I could tell by that review, you barely even said anything about it. You just kept looking at the screen, playing the game, and saying, "This is so stupid. Oh my gosh, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks." That's all I really caught from your review. It wasn't like you didn't elaborate or anything. You just kind of said, "Oh, this game sucks," and you didn't say why. And even if you did, I'm pretty sure your points weren't even that good. I mean, I haven't watched the video in a long time, but I know it's pretty crappy because you just pretty much have the camera up to the TV. I mean, that's a okay way of reviewing, but it really wasn't that good of a review at all. I know it's really old. I know it's one of your first reviews, but still, you should have redone it if you really wanted to show why that game sucks. What I'm basically trying to say here is that you should really back up your points as to why the games suck, rather than just saying, "Oh, they suck because Rareware is new and they're owned by Microsoft now." That's not a legitimate reason for hating on their games. You don't have a review of Cameo, you don't have a review of Viva Pinata, so how can you back up your point that the games suck? I mean, I haven't played them either, so I can't say whether they suck or not. Also, they have made some pretty good games. They've made Conquer Live Reloaded. That's the only game I've played from the new Rareware games that I actually liked a lot. But I haven't played any of their other new games, so I can't really say anything about those. But I remember when I did that Rareware rant back a long time ago with a friend, where I ranted about Rareware. We talked about Grabbed by the Ghoulies, and some guy was like in the comments, "I liked Grabbed by the Ghoulies, it was actually a pretty fun game." And I'm like, And I was like, maybe it is, because I haven't played it before, so maybe I should check it out someday. And you know, Rareware probably really sucks right now. I mean, they're doing Kinect games, and that's a pretty dumb job that Microsoft gave them, but still, I really wish you'd back up your points as to why their games suck.
And yeah, we're making more sequels. So, the game that's on my list, Banjo-Kazooie 3. When's that coming out? Do you know anything about it? Well, yeah, we've delayed it for about 8 years now, and, you know, we're making fans wait and wait and wait and wait. But guess what? We're just bullshitting them. We don't even know if it's gonna... Are you sure it's gonna come out next year? I mean, are you... Well, no, not really. I don't think it'll come out next year. I think it might come out 2012 if we're lucky. Because, you know, we're fucking around in this Rareware studio, doing nothing, just playing cardboard games. Yeah, just fucking around. That's all we do all day.
Yes, because, you know, Microsoft probably isn't trying to help them figure out, you know, how Microsoft wants the game to be done and how they want the game to be done. No, they're not, you know, compromising and trying to figure out how the game should be done right now. Well, not right now. Back when they were making it, they were probably, you know, taking a long time to make it because they were probably wanting to make other games, and Microsoft was like, well, you shouldn't release that game right now because we're doing this, or you guys need to do this and work on this a little more before releasing the game. You know, it's a long process. You know, they delay games for a reason, so I don't see why you should complain so much about them delaying the game. Just be patient, you know? It's not that big of a deal. I mean, sure, they were delayed Brawl for a really long time, and that got annoying, but, this is a little different. You know, the company went to a new company that they had to make games for now. So, you know, Microsoft's not going to be very, you know, nice about, you know, oh yeah, you can release the game right now. And, like, you gotta think about this. Microsoft probably controls everything they do, almost. You know, almost. You know, I'm sure that Rare like comes up with all the creative stuff and all the different levels and everything in the platforming, but then like Microsoft probably went in and like went, no, you should change it, or no, if it still work better. You know, they just do some changes, and Rare has to, you know, probably be compromising with them, you know. So you can't really like complain about them delaying it because Microsoft probably is just controlling them and telling them, oh, you can't release it right now because we hate you or something. I don't freaking know. Just trying to make sense out of all this.
So no, Banjo-Kazooie 3 ain't coming out at all. You know, fans are very upset how long they've had to wait for this game. What do you have to say then? Well, they can go fuck themselves, you know, because I don't give a fuck. I mean, they can wait another fucking 20 years for all I care. They can be dead by then. How the fuck should I know? I mean, they can wait and wait for all I fucking care.
Okay, you know, when I first watched this video, I thought it was pretty hilarious. I was laughing my head off whenever I first watched this back in, like, 2008, and I still find this pretty funny and entertaining video, but seriously, you're really portraying Rare like they're just a company that makes crappy games, doesn't care. I mean, yeah, it really sucks that they're making crappy games nowadays, and that they've, you know, not made any, like, they haven't really made that many Banjo-Kazooies or Conquer games. They haven't, like, made any sequels to those, except for a remake and one sequel of Banjo-Kazooie, which I heard wasn't very good, but, you know, I haven't played it, so I can't say anything. And it is pretty strange that they haven't made any sequels from their best-selling N64 games, you know, for the Xbox. But, you know, it's Microsoft controlling them. It's Microsoft making the decisions now, not Rare. Rare can't make decisions unless Microsoft gives them the okay. If like they say, "Hey Microsoft, we make a new Conquer?" No. Okay. If they say yes, and they're like, "Yay!" and then they start working on it, and then Microsoft's like, "Okay, so what you doing for this game?" "Well, Conquer's gonna do this and this and this and this and this and this in this game." "Well, I think you need to change that and that and that and that because that is stupid and that won't work and that won't be good." You know, that's probably how it goes.
Will Granny make a return? No, she won't. Come off it. She better be in it. Well, yeah, you're right. Come on, there better be a fucking Granny, otherwise I'll kill you. No, there won't be, because you know what? There's not going to be a third one. Remember at the end of Banjo-Tooie how they were kicking her head around. They said, yeah, Banjo-Tooie. We'll see you in Banjo 3. Yeah, there you go. While the fans get older and bolder, I'm just getting richer and fatter every day. And I don't give a fuck about them. They can wait another 50 years. Banjo-tooie is not coming out. Are you sure? Yes, it's not. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. It's not coming out, okay? So don't fucking ask me.
Okay, I know you're dubbing over this for comedic effect, but really, if you want them to say what you want them to say when you're dubbing over this, edit it together well, instead of going because you had to react to what they were doing on screen. You had to start laughing because they were laughing on screen, and you kept having to switch back and forth between the voices because they kept moving the mic back and forth, and it was like, oh man, I wanted to say that, but oh, he moved the mic. Oh no, just edit it. You don't have to dub it like it was made. You can just edit it together to where you won't have problems with sentences getting cut off by the mic being switched back and forth between the two different guys, It's kind of annoying that, you didn't edit that. Just take a clip of him talking, then take a clip of the other guy talking, and then, switch back and forth between them so that you can have enough time to say what you want to say with one guy and with the other guy when they're talking to each other in this dub that you made. So that it's more like they're actually talking to each other than you messing up and being like, oh crap, I have to cut my sentence off because he's talking now,
So, yeah. So we've lost a few for fans, so what do you have to say about hardcore fans? Well, Stop and Swap, that's actually, I don't know, some guy was drunk on the job, and he was drinking around, jerking and, fucking up everything, and then he just got in and made this ice key. So Nintendo, grab by ghoulies, all the shit games you made in the past, what do you have to say about them? I mean, they're absolutely terrible. I mean, come off it, Cameo sucks cock.
Again, you didn't make a review of Cameo, and you have no points to back up why those games suck. Because your review of Grab by the Ghoulies sucked and didn't really elaborate on anything, and you have no review of Viva Pinata either. And
what about your golden games, your hardcore fans? Do you care about them at all? Do you fucking care about them? Do you?
Do you? That's so funny. Sorry, I just had to point out, why I think this video is still funny. Even though it's pretty biased.
Do you care about them at all? Well, no, not really. Do you think, I just said at the start, I don't care about them. They are a bunch of parasites to us, okay? Sure, they followed us from the beginning. Who gives a fuck? We're going to keep making, Viva Pinata, whether they like it or not. Okay, Banjo-Kazooie, we don't give a fuck. We're making Viva Pinata. Okay? Viva Pinata is the way to go. Fuck Banjo. But your fans are very old now. What do you have to say about, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck if they're old, okay? The game is for children, okay? Children.
Maybe they just felt like, oh, we're not with Nintendo anymore. Let's just make whatever we feel like making and not care about our fans. Maybe they decided to just see if they could appeal to more people, to different people. Maybe they wanted to make really good games that appealed to other types of ages, just to see what would happen and see if they could, make some good money out of it before making hardcore games like Banjo-Kazooie. Maybe they wanted to make just some games for children that were for younger children so they could get some money going, Maybe that's what their plan was, maybe, It probably has something to do with the fact that the hardcore fans wanted Banjo-Kazooie and other games. Maybe that was their plan from the whole entire get-go. Maybe they were just like, you know what, let's do some games that are for younger children first, and then go on to our hardcore games, so that we can have some money to make games for our hardcore fans. And if that doesn't work, if those games don't work out, then we're not going to make them anymore. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe.
And Cameo, babies game, right? Intended for little tiny tots. We don't give a fuck, do we? So tiny tots is the way to go.
From the look of Cameo, it looks pretty fun. I want to actually try it out someday, but I don't know. Maybe it sucks, but I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I might try it out.
Don't you, grab by ghoulies, my god. Look at these shit games you made over the past year. Do you even care about your fans? Look at the good games other companies are making. Gears of War, you've got a shitload. And look at you, you're making Pinata games. Why not make a new Conker? I mean, or at least Banjo-3 come out right here, right now. Why not, Rare? Why? What? Well, that's the point I'm trying to make to you fucking cocksuckers, is the fact of the matter is, we're gonna keep making these baby games, whether you like or not. No Conker, no Banjo, no GoldenEye, nothing. Oh, so you don't care.
Maybe those games didn't sell well. Maybe Conker's Alive Reloaded didn't really sell well when they made it, and that's probably why they stopped making Conker games. And they were working more on banjo-kazooie and took a long time just to make it. And maybe that's why they didn't want to make any more banjo-kazooie after Nuts and Bolts. Maybe they decided, you know what, that game didn't sell well either. Maybe that game didn't. Maybe it didn't. I haven't looked it up. I don't know at all. But maybe it didn't. And maybe Microsoft said, you know what, Rare, you suck at making games. Let's just have you make Kinect games, and that'll work well. I don't know. I'm just guessing, and it's probably what happened. I mean, either Microsoft said, no, we want you to make Kinect games now, we don't care if those games did well, or they didn't do well, and they want them to do Kinect games instead. You really have to think about this from a company's perspective rather than fan perspective, because maybe there's not that many fans committed to buying their games that are actually hardcore for fans, like Banjo-Kazooie. Maybe that's why they stopped making them, All they're really interested in is money. Okay, a company exists for money. Sure, they exist to help out their fan base when they get one, but they are mainly in it for money and trying to make people happy with their games. And if it doesn't make them happy, then they change what they're doing and they make different games.
You don't care. You're not making and the two guys that left the company. What do you have to say about that? I mean, they've left. I mean, you don't care. You're not making and the two guys that left the company. What do you have to say
You're
about that?
probably right about
I
that.
mean, they've left.
And
your
I
company's
don't really
falling
know
apart.
who
It's
those
falling
people were that
apart!
left the company,
Fucking!
but you're probably right about that. And I don't really know who those two people were that left the company, but probably were pretty good people that were. Yeah, just wanted to say that.
Well,
Wish
yeah,
hadn't
I know
left,
that.
but
So,
really, you can't do anything about it. So
games
yeah,
that we make,
just wanted to say that.
People. Well, yeah, I know that. So I don't give a shit. Games that we make people feel embarrassed when they go to the counter. I mean, they take it to the counter. It's a fucking kids game. You look like a pedophile. Yeah,
because
that's what
obviously
they
the
do.
cashier
People
would
look like
be
pedophiles when they purchase
judgmental
games because
just
they're
because
so
an adult
babyish.
wants. Because obviously the cashier would be judgmental just because an adult wants to play a game designed for younger audience. I mean, that's just stupid. Seriously, you're just trying to be really, really funny right now. It's kind of funny, but really, if you think about it, that's not what anybody would think if someone was buying a kid's game. They'd think, oh, that guy. It just means that you like to play kids games sometimes, maybe, It just means that you like to play kids games sometimes, maybe, and want to check it out. It usually isn't because the person's a pedophile. It's probably a very rare occurrence. Something,
I mean,
it usually isn't because the person's a pedophile.
We're trying to make
it's probably a very
so you're
rare
trying to make the
occurrence.
baby. I mean, they're just so childish. That's what we're aiming. We're trying to make the baby. So you're trying to make the babiest game ever. So childish.
How can a fetus
that
be
a
called
fetus
too
would
old
be
to
called
play
too
a
old
game?
to play? Is that correct?
I know you're trying to be really
games.
funny. How can a fetus be called too old to play a game? I know you're trying to be really funny. It's funny. It was funny
baby.
back,
So
back
baby.
when I watched this, probably.
You
but
just tell the fans,
still,
fuck, there's no
really
Banjo-3
dumb.
coming out. Yeah, baby. So baby. You just tell the fans, fuck, there's no Banjo-3 coming out. And, yeah, we're falling apart, basically.
Okay,
and,
final thoughts on this.
Hardcore fans,
this
fuck
guy
off, and
is
that's
bashing
basically
Rare.
it.
I don't really have anything else to say. This guy's stupid for bashing Rare so much, and I don't really have anything else to say. This guy's stupid for bashing Rare so much, and I'm just making this video because I want to talk about Rareware and what I really think is wrong with their company and why they really aren't making very good games and why they made the decisions they made. I figured, well, there's some issues I can address here that can help out other people, so why not tell? I figured, well, there's some issues I can address here that can help out other people, so why not tell other people about why Rareware probably is really doing what they're doing and not just because they suck or they hate their fan base. That doesn't really seem like the case to me. So that's all I have to say. Hope this video helped out those people who were wondering, like, oh, I wonder what. Maybe it also has to do with the fact that they want some money and they weren't getting the money that they wanted from other stuff, So that's all I have to say. See you guys later.